Hello, and welcome. For more alternative investment education, you can visit InsideTradeLLC.com, the leader in alternative investments. In the private placement business, the bad joke is, there are more acronyms out there than there are closed deals. Although we have heard of several success stories, there are far more terms than you'd think. Since understanding this lingo is a key part of conversations in private placement, we thought we'd cover one of the most important terms of all, the SBLC. Until recent years, very few private placement brokers have mentioned SBLCs, or even knew what they were. This was a time where investors pledged cash or bank instruments for their private placement investments, not fictional leased assets. In today's private placement world, SBLCs are all over the scene, popping up like weeds. Unfortunately, they have become popular in bank instrument leasing programs and are now associated with this niche of the industry. For those who don't know what a SBLC is, let's start at the beginning by defining its meaning and applications. By definition, an SBLC is known as a standby letter of credit. It is a document issued by a bank, guaranteeing payment on behalf of a client. This is used as a payment of last resort if the client fails to fulfill a contractual commitment with a third party. In all reality, the SBLC is just a piece of paper with a value backed by the good credit of the bank, which allows clients to use a conditional collateral if needed. The SBLC is commonly used when two parties enter into a contract calling for one party to arrange an LC in favor of the other. With any standby letter of credit, the agreement is the SBLC will not be drawn unless the owner defaults on the contract. If the beneficiary was to monetize the SBLC without prior agreement, the owner could dispute the contract in court. The truth is, SBLCs are rare and used mostly in industrial or bulk commodity sales, which will serve as a performance bond of some sort. Despite what private placement brokers may claim, the SBLC is not used for leasing or investing very often. Just like we explained above, it's mostly used in bulk, wholesale, and logistical markets. If you are an investor, watch out for the infamous SBLC leasing scam. Don't waste your time leasing an SBLC or having it fresh cut from the bank. It will never fund your project or get you into private placement programs. The fact is, unless you are using it for credit enhancement or proof of temporary collateral, at least, SBLC will always be useless. In addition, if you are a private placement broker, always beware of investors with SBLCs. This could mean the funds are leased, fraudulent, or a part of a prior deal gone wrong. All in all, the SBLC is legit, but brokers have tried to apply it to a process it isn't made for. In summary, though the SBLC is a credible term, it's only important when private placement investors are in the USA. And since US banks do not offer the MT760s, the SBLC is the only safe way to assign a trader as a temporary beneficiary. Remember, do yourself a favor and beware of private placement program brokers who use the term SBLC. In all reality, incorrect usage of the term should be considered a huge red flag, and nothing less. Be smart and do your research on the SBLC. It could save you tons of money in the future. Thanks for watching. For more, check out InsideTradeLLC.com. Your online source for free alternative investment education.